Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So as you can tell from the title, in today's video I have filmed this makeup look that I'm wearing right now. This was created using all drugstore products. So these are like all of my holy grail drugstore products. I am such a high-end girl, like I love my high-end makeup. So for me, using full drugstore was actually a little bit of a challenge because here and there I did want to reach for my more kind of high-end stuff, but this makeup was created using completely drugstore makeup. So it's super inexpensive. Obviously it's quite glam, so perfect for a night out. So yeah, if you wanted to see how I created this look, then just keep watching. Right, so for today's tutorial I'm going to do my eyes first because I want to go really smoky and a little bit darker on my eyes, so I don't want the pigment to drop down onto my face. So I'm going to start with my eyes today. I don't usually do that, but I'm feeling like doing it today, so we're going to do that. So the palette that I'm going to be using is this one here. This is my favourite drugstore palette of all time. This is the Lottie London x Twee Lee collaboration palette that she brought out quite a few months ago now. This was limited edition, but I believe it's still available on ASOS. That's what we're going to be using on my eyes today. Please excuse the rash around my nose. I have just been a dry bitch recently and it's been causing me to have a really bad rash and it's really annoying and I can't seem to get rid of it. So I'm just prepping my eyes with a little bit of concealer just to create a little bit of a base for the eyeshadow. So to start off with, I'm going to go in with this shade here. This is a shade Porky. So I'm going to be taking this on a Zoeva 228 brush. I'm not setting that concealer either because I want it to make the eyeshadow stick to my eye and be a little bit more pigmented. So I'm just blending that all throughout the crease. And I'm taking it quite high up because I want this to be kind of like a grungy glam as opposed to like a neat put together glam. I want this to be a little bit grungy, a little bit messy because I've been really liking that look recently. So I'm going to go in now with the shade Hey Guys, which is this shade here, and I'm going to take this on a more flat brush and I'm literally going to put this all over the lid. And I think I'm going to keep this eyeshadow a little bit more matte today. I don't think I'm going to use any shimmers because I'm kind of feeling that more matte eyeshadow look. So I'm just patting this all over the lid quite messily. I'm not really looking to keep it that tidy at the moment. So now I'm just blending with the first brush. I love doing looks like this when I'm just like in a rush and I don't have time to really sort of glam myself up because literally it can take like 5 minutes per eye, but it still looks really put together and really glam and smoky. I'm going to take that clean brush again and just go over the edges. Next I'm going to take the shade 1M, which is this one here. It's like a shimmery gold. I know I said I was going to keep it quite matte, but I'm literally just going to be putting this in the inner corner of my eye, just to give a little bit of a sort of glow there. Right, so I just got myself to the same point on the other eye and now I'm going to go into brows. I'm doing everything like backwards today to how I would usually do it for whatever reason, I don't know why. I'm going to be doing my soap brows thing that I've been doing recently for more kind of glam looks. When I've got a little bit more time to do my makeup, like for nights out and things like that, I do like to use the soap brow kind of trick because I do feel like it looks really nice. I'm literally just going to spray the soap. This is Pear's soap. I got this from Boots. I paid about 50p for it, and basically what I'm doing is I just sprayed it with a little bit of Fix Plus and I'm just running the spoolie in there so that it is caked with soap. I'm just going to brush all of my brow hairs up and basically stick them to my face. Yeah, when it gets to this point it does look a bit crazy, I'm not gonna lie. You basically just want to take the spoolie and kind of pull down. I can't really explain it, but you can see what I'm doing. Pull the hairs down so that they're not like literally looking like ridiculous, like you've been electrocuted. And then I like to just go back through and then brush again and then just push them down. And then usually what I do is just play around with it for a few minutes. This is why I wouldn't do this every day because it does take up a little bit more time. For drugstore, I really like this eyelure powder. This is a collaboration with Fleur de Force, but I really like using the lighter brown shade in here as my powder. I don't usually use powder for my eyebrows. I only use powder when I do this trick. So basically I'm just going to stamp a angled brush in here and just kind of press the product through my brows. But yeah, I don't like to use too much product because obviously they already look quite full. Right, so I've just done my other brow off camera. I definitely still need some practice at the soap brows thing because that took me a long time. Yeah, are they even? Probably not. Yeah, they don't even look even, but it is what it is. Now I'm going to move on to face, and for moisturiser, this moisturiser has been used and abused. It's literally on its last legs. I probably literally got like one more use out of this, but this is, if I unfold it so that you can actually see, this is the Amber Release moisturiser that you can pick up from Boots. I think this size is about £12. I think I've spoke about this briefly before, but this is very similar to the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream. So if you haven't got the budget for the Magic Cream, but you want something that's going to give you a similar effect, then this one is really nice. I tend to use this moisturiser when I go travelling because the pot is slightly less bulky obviously than the Magic Cream, so you can just kind of squash it in your makeup bag. So I'm just going to pop this on. It's been ages since I've worn this much eyeshadow. I literally haven't worn proper makeup like this for ages. Okay, so for foundation, I'm not going to talk about this too much because I literally talk about it in basically every video. I'm going to be using my two Maybelline ones. So this is the Superstay 24 Hour, which is more of a matte finish and high coverage. This one is the Dream Urban Cover by Maybelline, and this one is more of a dewy, kind of lighter coverage. I'm going to mix them together because I want a little bit of both. Usually if I'm doing more of a night out look, I would just use the Superstay because it is a little bit more coverage. So I'm going to use majority of this and then just a tiny bit of this just to lighten the colour slightly, because the only thing that I don't like about the Maybelline foundations is I don't find that the shade range is very good. Obviously I've got quite pale white skin, so it's definitely easier for me to find a shade than it is for someone with darker skin, I would assume, but still the colours seem to always be a little bit off, so I usually mix. I'm just going to blend that out with my Real Technique sponge, which is my favourite sponge, and it's literally about £6. Right, foundation is on. I'm now going to go in with my favourite drugstore concealer, which is the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Concealer. I'm going to pop that underneath my eyes, and I saw, who was it that did it? I was watching someone's video and they said that they leave this for like a few seconds and kind of let it dry down and then blend it and you get even more coverage. So I'm going to kind of do that today to see if that makes any kind of difference. So now I'm going to just blend this out with my sponge, just put it on there for like about 30 seconds. I'm too impatient to wait a few minutes, to be honest. So for powder, I'm going to go in with my RCMA. This is the No Colour powder. This is my favourite kind of more inexpensive powder. You get so much product for literally £11. So what I'm doing with this is just taking a little bit on a dry sponge, and then I'm just going to press that underneath my eye. I'm not really baking with this, I'm more just pushing the product in with the sponge. So I'm only going to set my under eye because the rest of my face is already quite matte and I don't want to mattify it even more because I feel like I'll just look dry. So I'm going to leave the powder there and just go straight on to bronzer. So this bronzer has literally been through some shit, okay? She's seen better days. This is literally what it looks like. I've had this for so long, I should probably throw this one away and get a new one. But I still go in, I mean, I can still use it. This is the Body Shop Honey Bronzer in the shade 01. So all of the writing has rubbed off, but this is what it looks like inside. This is a really good dupe, actually, for the Charlotte Tilbury Bronze and Glow shade. It's very, very similar, and I just really like this because for paler skin, it's literally the perfect colour. And also the kind of formula of this, it's very buildable, so it's not too pigmented to start off with. And then I'm just going to take that around my forehead as well, which I always do. I'm just going to try and get rid of my double chin by putting a bit of the bronzer there, because if you've got a little bit of a double chin like I have, if you just put a bit of matte bronzer underneath, it will give the illusion that there's more of a shadow there so that your chin looks a bit more snatched. For blush, again, I don't really ever use drugstore blush. I always use the high-end blushes because I've got so many Charlotte Tilbury ones and just other ones from sort of more high-end brands. Again, this one has seen better days. It's literally used and abused. But this is the colour of it, which is definitely up my street. It's more of a sort of petal pink. This is in the shade 020 Pink Rose. This one's really good for travelling as well because it's really inexpensive. So if it's smashed, it wouldn't really matter, and it's also very tiny, so you can just put it in any makeup bag. Can you believe so far that all these products are drugstore? Because I can't. I think my face looks really nice. Right, so I'm going to go onto my under eyes now, and I'm going to obviously, I don't know why I'm talking about that in my mouth, it's so stupid. I'm going to go onto my under eyes now. I'm going to use the first shade that we use, which is the shade Porky on this. This is a 231 from Zoeva. And I am going to take this quite low. I don't usually do much on my lower lash line, but I want this to be quite smoky and grungy, so I'm going to do it today. It's literally taking me about 2 hours to get to this point in this tutorial because I'm just doing, you know when you have one of those days where you're just doing everything so slowly, and for some reason I can't stay focused. I'm literally just all over the place today. So you would have probably watched about 10 minutes of a video, meanwhile this has taken me literally 2 hours. Not because the makeup takes 2 hours, just because I'm procrastinating and not actually doing what I should be doing. Now I'm going to take an even smaller brush and take the second shade we use, which is Hey Guys, and I'm going to put that even closer to my lower lash line. This eye look is so nice and it's literally so simple. Like, I've basically just used 2 shades, 3 including the inner corner shade, and honestly I think it looks so put together and so effective. For mascara, my all-time favourite from the drugstore, and one of my favourite mascaras in general, is the L'Oreal Telescopic. This one has a really kind of thin brush. It's a plastic brush, not a traditional brush. So I'm just going to use this on my top and bottom lashes. I am going to be putting lashes on today just to make this look sort of a little bit more glam. So I'm just going to be coating my lashes not too heavily with this, but you can actually get really good volume length with this mascara. So now onto lips. I'm going to be using my Rimmel Lasting Finish lip liner in the shade 011 Spice. This is a really similar colour to Pillow Talk from Charlotte Tilbury, which is one of my favourite lip liners. So I'm just going to line at the edge of my lips with this. And then for lipstick, I'm going to go in with this one from Rimmel. I've had this for so long. This is in the shade 03. Again, I usually wear high-end lipsticks, but when I want to wear a drugstore nude, this one is a really beautiful nude colour. Right, and that is pretty much it, guys. So that is the finished full drugstore look. You could literally do this look in like 20 minutes because the eyes were honestly so simple. If you did enjoy this video, please do give it a thumbs up and also subscribe if you haven't already. That would be amazing. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.